requesting you to please settle down, then we'll start.
They called me crazy. They called me sick. They locked me up to rot in this sticky old room. But Conrad helped me. Conrad, my brother. He lets me out when no one is around. He's nice to me. It would all have been great. Great! Had it not been for that nosy little sissy. She followed me around everywhere. Everywhere. She was the most annoying little sister. And as the eldest, it was tiresome to say the least. It was one of those hot summer days when I took Conrad to the shed. And you know, we did. His submissiveness enticed me. Oh, but that pesky little sissy barged in on us. And well, she saw us. She told me to stop what I was doing to Conrad. And I said, darling, don't bother yourself with things you don't understand. And dear, don't tell mother and father. It could be our little secret. And of course, you want to play with my jewels now, don't you? But she wouldn't listen. She had to be unreasonable with her righteousness. Well, what was I to do? What choice did I have? So I had to pick up the shovel and I had to hit it and I had to... I had to kill her. It wasn't my fault. She should have minded her own bloody business. Oh, but I was so hurt. My little sister. Someone killed my little sister. Mother, father, someone come help. My little sister. The pain was real. The guilt was far too real. When mother and father found out, they locked me up, for I had shamed them. Guilt-ridden and grief-stricken, I couldn't believe it. I mean, how is it possible? How could I have done anything? How could I have hurt my little sister, killed my baby sister? How could I? Conrad? Conrad? So we went out into the city. And we met a young girl. Susan was her name, I think. Well, she was interested in old architecture, so we brought her back to the house with us to show her around. But you see, she lied to us. That little girl lied to us. You see, She was Veronica. She was the one who murdered my sissy, and she was the one who used Conrad. What could I have done? What choice did I have? What choice did I have? What choice did I have? She had to be punished for sissy. So I had to kill her. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. I stay locked in here. They wouldn't let me out. Conrad visits me sometimes. He's nice to me. He's nice to me. Hubert, let me out! I'm not Veronica. I'm Susan. Let me out! My boyfriend downstairs. He's calling the police right now. Let me out! I'm not what kind of sick people are you? Let me out! Let me out! That perfect touch, for that perfect look, the perfect eyes, the perfect smile, all the charm and charisma. Anaida Jane, supermodel, showstopper, faces 25 brands, thousands of fans and hundreds of cover pages. I've made it big. But it wasn't easy. I mean, it comes with a huge, huge responsibility. Responsibility to look like the best possible version of me. Actually, I don't even need to look like me. As long as I pucker up those lips and bend in all the right places, nobody really cares what I look like. I could be anybody, anyone. No one would care. They don't pay the millions to see me. They don't pay the millions to see me. They pay the moolah to see their fantasy. They pay the money to be at an arm's length closer to the star that they have built. They don't want me to be. It wasn't always like this. I didn't always look like this. You know, when I was a kid, I had different dreams too. Innocent, simpler dreams. I thought I could be a teacher. I was the only one who thought that. They said, you know, such a pretty face. Minstrels would write songs about you. While I let it go to waste. And I thought, maybe they're right. And ever since, I got it into my head that I had to be perfect. That this would be the only world that I could ever belong in. Be myself. Well, that turned out to be wrong now, didn't it? But well. So I started preparing for my journey to stardom. I still remember how I'd sit in front of the mirror for hours trying on mother's clothes, the shimmery orange sari. And I put on awful makeup and make faces at myself. I give flying kisses and make long speeches. Those were innocent times. Innocent times. Oh, when could I forget? The hardest bit was learning to walk in these. And you get up like this, and you balance the book, and then you fall a little, but you still try harder. So it went like this. Tick, tock, tick, tock. To try and be at the top. It was difficult, but I learned. Almost broke an ankle once. But it was worth it. And now it's all shoulder straight, face erect. You walk the star walk. So that's how it started. That's how it started. I was a chubby little kid, waiting for my dreams to come true, these big dreams. And how was that to happen? How was that to happen? So I started a diet. I started with no junk food, only the health food from now on. And then I went to the elitist. I only have carbs. Diet. And after that, it was soup twice a day. And now, once a day. But that's the price you have to pay. I mean, they could replace me like this. There are hundreds waiting. That's the price I have to pay. But, I can't help myself. That occasional binge, that slice of cake, that favorite dish. But I feel so guilty. Every time I did it, I felt guilty. I felt like I was cheating on my dreams. The dreams of so many who loved me. I felt like I was cheating. I couldn't give that up. I mean, for as long as I have known, this is who I wanted to be. And then I discovered, if only I choked myself, I could still be perfect. I could still be happy. I could still be on the top. If only I could choke myself. And that's how it was. I feel weak sometimes, tired even. Sometimes I feel like I wouldn't be able to wake up. It's tiring, this life, and I feel weak. But it has to be done. It has to be done. I need to dazzle the world. I need to be on the top. I can win it all. It has to be done. It has to be done.
Stay in your houses and do not come out. If you come out, we will be forced to fire. The police are in control of the situation and curfew has been declared. So remain calm and in your houses. Come on, let's go.
Tanaz, Faruqi. The date was 27th February 2002. The news of the Godhra train burning had broken out. There were rumors that there might be riots and that we were in danger. But the police took rounds and announced that there was nothing to worry about and that everything was under control. The police had barely left when a huge mob, about 1,000 people, broke into our society. They were blocking all exits, closing in from all directions. It was impossible to run away. We were unarmed citizens. Middle-class families depending on the police to protect and shelter us. But they failed to do that. Ram, police officer, and my husband's friend. He's sitting right here. Right? He himself tried to attack and kill us. Our only crime was that we were not Hindus. There was complete chaos. I mean, earlier the community was welcoming. My children could walk into any neighborhood house without knocking on the doors. Now those doors remain shut. I begged and I pleaded and I screamed. I called on old relations to take my children and protect them. But the doors remain closed. Doors. Hopelessly, we ran from one corner to the other, searching for a place to hide. The city was aflame with madness. There was no place that was safe. In the rush from getting here to there and there to here, I don't know how Azad's hand slipped from mine and I lost my boy. They were pulling people out, killing them. They were stripping the men naked, cutting them into pieces. Women were being raped of all ages, old, young, even the little ones. To leave Ada and all of this and go look for Azad. I lost my son.